Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the class. I see quite a few of you have joined in. Good morning, Preeti, Lokesh, Mitraj. Good morning. We're going to have an interesting class today. We're looking at practicing our English speaking skills. So for our learners who will be joining via the Zoom room, you can definitely speak in the class. And for our learners who are joining via chat, you can certainly type in your responses, type in your questions, share your thoughts via the chat box as well. Hi, Sandhya. Good morning. We'll just wait for a few moments so that we can have most of our learners join in so they don't miss out on the class. Hi, Megha. Hi, Sarika. Shraddha. Hi. Good morning. Megha. Hi. Hope all of you are doing well. All of you are safe and sound. Hi, Praveen. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, Praveen, today we're going to do a speaking class where we're going to all practice our speaking skills. We're going to have some discussion. Yes. Are you ready? Would you like to, be a part of this kind of a class today?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think it will be fun.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. We'll just wait for a few more minutes, let everyone join in, and then we'll start off. Vivek, Ajit, good morning to all of you. Okay. Yes, quite a few of you have joined in. So Praveen, did you celebrate? Yesterday was Gudi Padwa and so many other festivals, right? Did you celebrate any one of them? Were you also celebrating?
Yes, ma'am. Navratra was started. Ma'am.
Okay, it has started.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday, ma'am.
Okay,
I offered prayers
I see.
before the God.
So for how many days will this continue?
For 9 days.
9 days. You're talking about Navratri, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, so Navratri is also started now.
Yes, ma'am.
So then there'll be fasting and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, do you also fast, Praveen?
No, ma'am.
It's a tough thing to do, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know Navratri is also started.
Yes, ma'am. Chaitra Navratra.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Nice, nice. Good to know. I think Kala has joined in. Hi, Kala. Good morning. Welcome to the class. Manoj, Yagnik. Okay, we'll just wait for a minute or two. Any questions, learners, from what we've been doing for the last 2 days or so? I think we were looking at a lot of different kinds of phrases over the last 2 days. Any questions from anyone? Anything that you'd like to ask or share before we move on with what we're doing today? If any of you had attended the last two classes and if you have any questions from there, please type in your questions in the chat box. If anyone in the Zoom room has any questions, you can type them in the chat box as well, or you can ask me. Yes, Sriti, good morning. Good morning, Yagnik. All right, so what we'll do is we'll start off with today's class. As and when our learners join in, we can welcome them into the Zoom room and welcome them to the chat box as well. So as you can see, guys, today we're going to do some speaking practice, okay? So we have Praveen and I think we have Kala in the Zoom room here. And as and when others join in, they can continue with the class. So I have a question here, as you can see on the screen for sure. Okay, it asks, what is the craziest or the silliest thing you have ever done or you have done? What is the craziest or silliest thing you have done? So, for those of you who would like a little bit of explanation, it is something that's very out of this world, something that you would normally not do. Not necessarily out of this world, but something that you would normally not do. And according to you, it's the craziest or the silliest thing that you've done, maybe when you were younger, maybe recently. Yes. So I'm not looking at you having to share your personal experience, not the content as much as for you to be able to speak fluently. Yeah, so it's just a topic that you can answer. Whoever would like to type their responses, go ahead. Praveen, Kala, you can also share your responses on the call itself. Yes, Praveen, Kala, any ideas coming to your mind? Any crazy or silly things that you guys have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Praveen, go ahead. Tell us.
The craziest and the silliest thing I had done is when I was in college, I celebrated Holi on railway station. I celebrated Holi on railway station with my friends, and all the passengers were looking at us and staring at us, and they were thinking that what is going on. And we celebrated Holi, and after some time, the police came, and then we ran away.
Oh my God. When did this happen? When was this?
Ma'am, in my college days, ma'am, in 2018.
Okay. Oh, so just like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope you all were not harassing anyone or you all were just having fun amongst
No,
yourselves.
ma'am, no, ma'am, no harassment.
Okay. So you all were I was just kidding, Praveen, don't worry. So yeah, you all were
Yes,
just enjoying at the railway station.
yes,
So
ma'am.
tell me, were you on the railway tracks or were you at the
No,
railway
ma'am,
station?
platform, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So you were on the playing Holi at the railway platform.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
So why did you all run away when the police came?
Ma'am, we feared from police.
Okay, yeah. So for you, that is the craziest or the silliest thing you've done till date.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how many of you were present at this during this incident or this event, so to say?
Ma'am, 10 friends, ma'am.
You all were about 10 of you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good, good. Very nice. Sometimes it's good
Thank
to do these things.
Yes, ma'am, in college days.
Yeah. Cool, cool. Thanks for sharing, Praveen.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Is this Bipul?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. Good morning. So, Bipul, today we are doing speaking practice. Yes, all of us are going to speak and share and practice our English. So, there is a question here on the screen where it says, what is the craziest or the silliest thing you have ever done? You have done. So, have you ever done something that's crazy, something that you would normally not do, something that's silly? Do you remember anything like that you've done and that you'd like to share?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. We can also twist this question a little bit. We can also talk about something someone who has done a crazy or a very silly thing. We can also talk about it like that if you don't want to talk about what we've done, or maybe we've not done something. Bhavani, hi, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Meena is also here. Good morning, Meena.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes. So this is the question basically. Like I said, today we're going to do speaking practice. So the first question for us is, what is the craziest or the silliest thing you have done? You can either talk about something silly or crazy that you've done, or something that's silly or crazy that someone else has done. We can even talk about it like that. So any responses any of you would like to share?
Ma'am, should I start?
Yeah, Bhavani, you may. Go ahead, please.
So, ma'am, there was a silly incident from my side. It was 7 years back. After my marriage, I was at my sasural. I was at my home, and we belong to a village,
Okay.
basically. And my family members were working in the fields. So it was late. I got late to have breakfast that day. It was 12 in the noon, and I didn't eat anything. I couldn't eat. I didn't get time because of the work we have at our home. Then something happened. Then a bee stung me when I was working near the tap. A bee, I got stung by a bee. Then I fell almost sick. I started vomiting, and I didn't tell my family members about that.
Oh no.
Usually I don't feel sick, or I don't make a fuss whenever I feel something like that. I don't bother them much because I'm usually fine. I do all work easily. So I didn't want to bother them, so I didn't tell them at first. But when I went to my room and started crying, and I started vomiting, many things happened together for the first time in my life. That moment. And then my husband got to know about that. I was not able to move from my bed even. That time he got to know. He couldn't take me to the doctor, so he called the doctor at our house. So he was a very experienced doctor. So he came to our home to see me, and I'm that silly person. I'm very afraid of doctors, and also getting injected. I am afraid of injections. and I don't want to get injected. I'm very afraid of that thing. So I asked my husband to not call the doctor, that I don't want the doctor to come home. Then the doctor was saying that the doctor came and he said, I will have to give her an injection. That was a terrible moment. I came out of my room and I went upstairs.
Okay.
And I closed the door after, so that no one is able to come to me. So I kept there for 5 minutes. Then I was like, what I was doing. So I felt really embarrassed. Then I came back. I came back and talked to the doctor that I don't want an injection, doctor. Please give me some medicine. So he said it's okay. So he gave me some tablets to eat. Then I took the medicines. So that is the moment my family members my husband especially, used to tease me. Whenever he wants to tease, he comes back to that event. And starts teasing me.
He reminds you of what you had done.
I think I can never forget. Now I am a mother of 2 daughters. And when I look back, I find it the silliest thing I have ever done.
Very well spoken, actually, Bhavani. Very nice. I was trying to listen to the topic and what you were talking about, but I was also trying to listen to the language that you were using. And I think many people will agree that you were very fluent, actually. You were very fluent that way. And most of the times, I think you were using the right structures and the right kind of grammar. You were also correcting yourself at some spots. So very good, Bhavani. And of course, the incident that you narrated is super fun. I'm glad that you realized that it was something that was silly. But yeah, thanks for sharing. That's very sweet of you, and it's a personal experience for you to share on a platform like this. But thank you so much. Just a few things, Bhavani, that I want to also reiterate. Yes, so you use this phrase "make a fuss," something that I think we learned yesterday or day before. I'm not sure. So that's very nice. Make a fuss. You usually don't make a fuss when you fall sick. So that is very good. Good usage there. Um, breakfast. Can you say with me breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yes. So we don't say break. We don't say fast, though it looks like fast, but we shorten it and we say breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yes, yes. And I usually don't fall sick. I usually don't fall sick. You'll use the not fell but fall, right? Present tense, simple present tense.
Yes.
And instead of in the noon, you can just say at 12 p.m. or at noon.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can say it like that. And at the first, you said from my side, the craziest, silliest thing from my side. You can just say that something very silly that I have done, or this is a thing that happened to me, something like that. And instead of saying told to the doctor, just remove the to. Just say told the doctor.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember, we discussed it, said, told, we done this. Yeah. But otherwise, Bhavani, I think overall the structure, the tenses that you are using, the words that you are using, very good, Bhavani. Just keep practicing. I think you're really on the right track. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Let me just have a quick look at the chat box as well. Okay, so our learners who are listening in and watching, you could also respond. Yes, you could type in your responses. I'll definitely try to read them. In the meanwhile, anyone else in the Zoom room would like to answer this question, share any response? Yeah, share your experience. What's the craziest, silliest thing you've done, or maybe someone else has done? Yes, no, maybe. Anyone who wants to try? So it doesn't have to be a true incident. Okay, this is a speaking practice. You can even make it up if you'd like. I have a few more of you. Who's trying?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, Zorba. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, I'm not sure what I have to do.
Okay, so ideally we are doing some speaking practice today, all right? And the first question here is, what is the craziest or the silliest thing you have done? So is there anything crazy or silly that you have ever done that you'd like to share with us?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. I have done anything special. But, ma'am, when I was in school, at that time, ma'am, I did something special. And at my school time, I was a backbencher.
Okay.
Whenever, oh, sorry, ma'am, my teacher was teaching us about oxygen, how to make oxygen, and the teacher asked me, uh, uh, from where oxygen, uh, sorry, ma'am, from where oxygen make. Then somebody said, it is always made on intersection of the road. Then teacher got angry and gave them ma'am punishment. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, something silly that someone else did, in school.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So it is always made out of oxygen, or it's always made of oxygen. It's made of whatever. Oxygen is made of something, whatever it is. But
Yeah,
good,
ma'am.
Zorba. I'm glad at least that you're trying to speak and answer, and give a response. So that's very good. Nothing crazy or silly that you've ever done, yeah?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. Thank you, Zarba.
Welcome, ma'am.
Anyone else who wants to try? Or should we move to the next question? Let me know. Okay. Yes, Praveen, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, when I was a kid, I used to go on a morning walk with my brother and my grandfather
Okay.
on a bridge. On a bridge, below that bridge, farmers were grown by watermelons were grown by the farmers, and I daily look at them with keen eyes. And one day, when my grandfather doesn't come with us, I me with my brother
Hmm.
I told my brother that we should go below the bridge
Hmm.
and pluck the watermelons, and we
Hmm.
should go on the below the bridge and into the fields, into the river where there was no water and the watermelons were grown by the farmers.
Hmm.
And we take some time, and our family were finding us they had gone, where they had gone. Everyone was looking for us. Then we came back to the home, and all the family member and my grandfather scolded me very much, and from that day I didn't go for any morning walk.
Oh my. All right. So this is something quite interesting. It's like this. It's like the fun that we have when we are kids, right? The innocent things that we do.
Yes, ma'am.
That is quite cool. So again, Praveen, your structure of speaking, your fluency is pretty good, but a few things that we still need to refine. All right. So
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you were talking about the past here, you were narrating about an incident in the past.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you could say that I used to look at them, right? You could say this. We remember we learned the usage of used
Yes, ma'am.
to. So you can say when we used to go for a morning walk, I used to look at the watermelon.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you said doesn't come. Instead of doesn't come, you'll have to say didn't come, right? Past.
Yes, ma'am.
So keep a note of that. And then pluck watermelons. So see, watermelons are these huge fruits, right? We can't pluck them. We can pluck flowers,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So you can say pull out the watermelons.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So think of those small words also. Pluck for flowers, but pull out for maybe a huge fruit like a watermelon.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and take some time. I don't know why I wrote this down. I think we took some time. We took some time to come home. Past tense.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so just focus a little bit now on these things also. When you're talking about the past, practice talking about the past.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Who's this? Garba?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have remembered one thing, ma'am. But ma'am, I didn't want it to. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't want it to tell this
I don't
in
want
front of.
to.
Yeah. No,
That's
ma'am.
okay.
Before. Yeah. But ma'am, please don't mind. Yeah. 2 years ago, when I was in intermediate class, at that time, I watched a video on YouTube. It was a type of prank. Then I decided to do that prank. Yeah. After then, I pick a bit of dog, and it covered by plate like something.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then I asked my brother, I have stuck um, ma'am, a bird, a type of bird. Whenever I remove the plate, you will have to catch that. And ma'am, ma'am, as soon as I remove the plate, then he catch the bit of dog. It was very
Hmm.
embarrassing moment, ma'am.
It was very embarrassing. Can you say that with me?
Yeah, it
Embarrassing.
was very embarrassing moment.
Yes, yes. And for sure, I know you'll never do something like that again.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, all
Because
right.
ma'am, at that time, ma'am, I was ma'am something child.
You were a kid. You were
Yeah,
a
ma'am.
child or you were a
Uh,
kid. Yes. Without unknowingly,
uh,
you did something.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So I think
And
whatever I heard was language-wise quite fine, but still work on your past tense usage. Yes, practice your past tenses.
I think, ma'am, there are all types of correct I have used.
Most of them were correct, but I still want you to practice more so that you are absolutely confident and that you
Yeah,
don't stop and talk or correct yourself and talk. You need to be more fluent. Yeah,
yeah,
so just
ma'am.
keep practicing your speaking.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Ma'am, I usually, ma'am, attend on, ma'am, Angry classes
hmm.
every day.
Good, good. That's good. Whatever kind of practice you're doing is good.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, on that platform, ma'am, you don't have to speak in Hindi, but
Hmm.
at that time you have to only speak in English.
Yeah, that's good. So whenever you're learning any language, it's best to
Yeah,
speak in that language itself so that you keep practicing yourself. Keep
yeah, ma'am.
practicing. Good, very nice, Dorpa. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I think what we can do is we can move on now. Let's go to the next question that we have here today. It says, are exams a good way to judge us? All right, so this is quite a, I wouldn't say controversial question, but everyone will have different opinions about something like this, depending on your experience and what you see, what you've been going through, and your perception. So, are exams a good way to judge us? So again, guys, remember this is not some kind of a debate, but we are just practicing our speaking. You can speak about something that you believe in. It could be made up. That's fine. But we are focusing more on the usage of language while you speak. Yes. So we're just practicing our English speaking as such. Anyone who'd like to start off with this, with a response to this question? What are your thoughts? We have quite a few of you. Eagle Eye 99. I don't know who this is. If you'd like to respond, and I think Meena, you've joined in, right? You're also here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll just rename you. Okay, good. Yeah, who wants to try? Are
Shall I try,
exams a
ma'am?
good way to judge us?
Shall I try,
Zorba?
ma'am?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead,
ma'am.
Zorba. Yes.
Ma'am, from my point of view, exams are a good way to judge us because, ma'am, it is one way to know about your knowledge. And, ma'am, but ma'am, sometimes, ma'am, it may be a reason of debate. Maybe lots of people think comparison is, ma'am, we should not do comparison between people because, ma'am, comparison may be relevant your work. Yeah, and ma'am, that's it, ma'am.
Very nice, Zorba. I think very well spoken. I just want you to focus on the pronunciation of one word, which is comparison. Can you say it
Okay.
with me? Comparison?
Comparison.
Yes, comparison. Correct.
Yeah.
Can you say it one
Okay.
more time? Comparison.
Comparison.
Yes, perfect. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else who wants to answer to this question? Are exams a good way to judge us? If yes, why? If no, why? What are your thoughts? What do you feel?
Ma'am.
Yes, Meena?
Oh, ma'am, this is Bhavani, ma'am.
Oh, hi. Sorry. Hi. Good morning.
Ma'am, I
Yes.
don't think exams are a good way. I know exams are compulsory, but I don't think they can judge as well because the type of exams I'm especially the competitive exams sometimes are so objective that they ask you only about the facts. Objective exams. I'm especially talking about objective exams.
Hmm.
And sometimes it happens that it's not our day and we can't perform well, then it doesn't mean that we are not sufficient or we can't do the thing, because if we are not able to do the exam well that day and we are deprived of the thing, sometimes uh, I see many students who are able to memorize the things better and clear the exams, but they are not able to do their work properly because they don't have those basic things that are really compulsory for the job, but they get to that job because they perform really well in the exam because of the thing that they memorized the facts or that was their day. But some people, I see many people who are really very talented and really do the work well, but they can't get appointed because of this examination system. that we have in our country.
Good thoughts. Okay, some very deep thoughts, Bhavani. Very well spoken again. I just want to focus on a few pronunciations, maybe. So, competitive. Can you say it with me? Competitive.
Competitive.
Yes, competitive. That's how you say it.
Competitive.
Yeah. So, somewhere you were saying that maybe these students they feel that they are not sufficient. Instead of saying sufficient, you can say they may feel that they are not capable enough. है ना, उनमें वो काबिलियत नहीं है, अगर वो एग्जाम पास नहीं करते तो उन्हें ऐसा लगता है that they are not sufficient, but instead of sufficient you say that they are not capable enough.
Capable.
Yeah. How will you use sufficient? Sufficient is something like I can say, this food is sufficient for me. It's enough for me.
Yes,
That's how I can use sufficient. And some very good usage of words like deprived. Very nice. Good vocab that you're using, Bhavani. Keep it up. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I don't see any concrete responses in the chat box, guys. Try to frame your sentences and type them out in the chat box. Yes? What about the rest of the learners in the Zoom room? Anyone else would like to share their thoughts on this question here? Yes. Who's trying? Someone's unmuting.
Can I?
Yes. Praveen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Praveen, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Exams, I think exams are good. Exams are good way to judge us. Exams are good way to judge us, but the pattern of exams should be changed in school, because there are 5 subjects which only there are exams of 5 subjects only. Then why we can't take the exams of different subjects like sports? The sports can have exam and different activities. The marks can be added to our paper. In schools, the exam of sports and other extracurricular activities should be taken, because everyone is not good at study, but everyone has some skill.
True.
So the student should be judged on the skill that they have instead of only five subject exams.
I think that's a good idea. That's a good point that you made, Praveen, and well spoken as well. Yes, a good thought. Why not have exams based on all the other skills that the students possess?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I would like to mention one thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
ma'am, exams are not only a way to judge, but also it motivates us. Because, ma'am, during an exam, we feel very, ma'am, under pressure. Ma'am, we are in under pressure. And, ma'am, after an exam, we feel relaxed. And, ma'am, as you know, and ma'am, lots of people, ma'am, think exam is a ma'am, always, ma'am, if you want to ask a school types of exam, they think this is a exam to gain marks. But ma'am, from my point of view, exams is not that. That it judge your knowledge. Yeah.
It's something that it's like a measurement to figure
Yes,
out how much
measurement.
of knowledge
Yeah.
someone has. Maybe we should look
Yeah,
at
ma'am.
exams like that instead of just a medium of gaining marks.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, that's a
Right.
good point too. Makes a lot of sense. So maybe change the perspective of the way we look at examination.
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Zarba, for sharing that.
Thanks, ma'am.
One of our learners in the who's joined via chat, Megha says, from my point of view, the exams are not a good way to judge us. All right. Megha, why don't you elaborate and tell us, why not? So that's how I want our learners who joined via chat to also respond. Shamira has said, in my opinion, exams are not at all for judging a child, but there are so many ways to judge us because there are a lot of abilities that children have. Okay. All right. Good, good. I'm seeing that some of you are trying to answer. Gia says exams can never judge a person's abilities, but it is useful to test your knowledge about a particular subject. Very nice. That's a good thought. Again, I think similar to what Zorba was trying to say. Okay, good. Good, very nice. Anyone else who wants to try responding to this question? Okay, just checking if you are unmuting or responding in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll move to the next question. Okay. All right. I think we'll move on then. Let's move to the next question. We've got a few responses. Let's try this question. Are you a dreamer or a doer? Yes, I hope that all of you have understood this question. Are you a dreamer or a doer? Are you someone who only dreams and imagines, thinks about what you're going to do, or are you someone who actually takes action? And what do you think? Is it good to be a dreamer, a doer? Do you need to be a mix? Whatever your thoughts are on this question. Are you a dreamer or a doer? You could also talk about whether it's good to be a dreamer, whether it's not good, whether it's better to be a doer, or it doesn't make sense. Whatever your thoughts are.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Garba.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, I am a dreamer as well as doer. Because, ma'am, from my point of view, if you don't have any kind of dream, you cannot do, cannot implement any types of work, and you cannot step towards your work. So, ma'am, I am both, ma'am.
You cannot take any steps towards your work or maybe towards your goal.
Because, ma'am, dreams not only dream, it is your future, ma'am, from my point of view.
Very nice, Zarba. Thank you.
Thank
you for sharing that. So only if you dream is when you can actually do something or achieve something. Okay. Who else? Anyone else who has any thoughts on this? I have a few others who are also here. Eagle Eye 99. May I know who this is? Could you tell us your name? And let us know if you'd like to share anything. Rafi, you are also here. It would be nice to listen to what you have to say. Meena, you're also here. You could also share if you'd like.
Because
Meena, your voice is breaking up very badly. I think you'll have to check your network, Meena.
So it not. Yes. Okay, ma'am. The network connection is very poor, ma'am, so I can't participate this debate.
Yeah, now it's working. Maybe Meena, if possible, can you send me a message on the Zoom in the Zoom room or type in the chat box? If you'd like to respond, try and see if that's working for you.
And I leave again and join again, but I'm facing the same problem, ma'am.
Oh,
the voice is broken.
Okay, okay, no worries. Then today you just listen to the conversation, maybe. Yeah. If
Okay, ma'am.
you get into a better network zone, then you can unmute and respond. Yes, anyone else who wants to try? What about the others? I think someone has asked a question here. Just a moment. Shazia is asking us, what does a doer mean? So a doer is someone who actually takes action, who does not just think about what he or she is going to do and keep on thinking or keep on dreaming. Someone who takes actions towards their goal, towards achieving their goals, makes plans and actually does the work, who actually puts in the effort to achieve something. That person could be a doer. Okay. Gia has given us a nice answer. She says, being a doer isn't necessarily better than being a dreamer. You need both to succeed. Yes, okay. So you need to have a balance of both to be able to succeed. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Cool. All right. Anyone else in the Zoom room who wants to respond to this one, or should we move to the next question?
Can I?
Praveen, yes, you may. Go ahead, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I am a dreamer and doer both. First, I dream something and then work hard for it, and then do it or work hard for it, and then I keep practicing to achieve it. And I think that everyone should be a dreamer. If you will dream something, you will do hard work or do work for it. If you will not dream something, you cannot do anything. Everyone should not hesitate from dreaming anything. Anyone can achieve anything.
Very nice, Praveen. I think you and Zorba have similar thoughts on this. I think many of us may have similar thoughts that it's good, it's important to have a dream, and then of course work towards it and do the work that you have to achieve your goal.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Shamira, I read your response. Yes, thank you for sharing, Shamira. Thanks a lot. All right, let's move on then to the next question. This is something I think many of you will be able to connect with and respond. Is social media good or bad? Is social media good or bad? What are your thoughts? What do you feel? So we all know what is social media, right? There are so many social media platforms these days. So in general, do you think social media is good or bad? What are your thoughts based on this? Yes, who wants to try answering this question? Tell us, what do you feel? What is your opinion? What are your thoughts? Yes, we have Bipul, there's Eagle Eye, Rafi. I didn't really hear I didn't hear any of you really responding. Would you like to try? I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about what you'd like to say. Is social media good or bad? What do you think? Is it a good influence? Is it something that is useful to us? Is it something that can influence us badly? If it's good, good for whom? If it's bad, bad for whom? So many points that you can discuss. Yes, is anyone going to try?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Can I try?
Bhavani, yes, go ahead, please, of course.
Ma'am, I think social media is a very useful tool to aware people, and it's really useful, but people don't use it in the positive way. Nowadays, people used to troll each other. People use it. People are using it in a very negative ways, and it can be detrimental for people, and many people suffer from mental health because they are spending so much of their time on social media. I think there should be some check on social media, because people use abusive language, very bad language for other people, and it's very bad to I even started I used Facebook, but I stopped using it because of that. Otherwise it was very useful, because we get to know about people. We can keep in touch with people whom we cannot meet otherwise. but it has turned out that people are using it to demoralize other people, and some people are affected so badly, they got mentally sick sometimes, and some people are even some people become so pessimist about themselves, or they become so, they feel so bad about themselves that it sometimes prompt them to to take some steps that are really bad. Some people can do suicide because of that.
Yes,
They
yes,
have to,
Bhavani, yeah.
they have to take help from some what we call
Professionals,
them.
you could say. Health professionals.
Yes, they need professional help sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you,
We
Bhavani.
should always use it responsibly and carefully, so that it doesn't affect somebody badly. If we can't help anybody recover from some problem, we should not put them in problem because of our uh, silly mentality, our bad mentality.
Absolutely, Bhavani. Completely agree with you. I think those are some very sensible points that you've made. And you've also spoken very well and used a lot of higher order vocabulary while speaking, Bhavani. Very good. Just one thing that I heard somewhere in the start, I think to make aware people, I think you were trying to say to make people aware, right? To make people aware of something, to make someone aware of something. But otherwise, completely agree with you, and very good language that you're using, very fluent also, Bhavani. Very nice. I think that's happening because we're practicing a lot. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I think Mehak has also shared with us, if we use social media for a good thing, then it's good. But if we do something bad, then it's bad. But according to me, there's nothing bad. But it is, it's a necessity. Like how Bhavani was saying, Facebook is something that you could use to stay in touch with people. But then, if you find, that it's not very pleasant, then you may want to kind of disconnect from Facebook. If we use social media in good ways, it may be good, says Wakar. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mehak also
Hello,
says.
ma'am.
Yeah, hi. Just one moment, sorry. Social media is a good thing for students because we can search anything here and know how to do things right away. All right, Mehak. Good. Yes, sorry. Meena, were you trying to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Now I am audible, ma'am.
Yes,
But
you are audible. Please go ahead.
okay, ma'am. I want to try.
Yes.
Every day, more than 1 billion people connect with each other using social media, and people post pictures, share ideas, and website like Facebook, Twitter, and they they share videos they have watched on YouTube's. The way of communication is completely changed in today's. And the main positive effect of social media is connection, because the modern life can be very busy, and many people work long hour. Many people live far away from family, friends in different cities, and it can be difficult to stay connected with the people. I think that are the most important part of social media. We connect with each other.
Yes, that is the most important, use of social media, that it helps us to stay connected with each other. Yes, correct.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Social media has effect, but some scientists say it has also negative effect also, because people only post the best things, ma'am. best things about their lives, talk about the fun things, good things they are doing. They post pictures and that look very good. And so sometimes this can make feel us less satisfied with about their own life. So the both aspect is good and bad in the person's life. And but today's social media has become a part of human life, and you can use it and not use it.
Yeah,
And,
up to you.
as much you like, but it is not going to anywhere, ma'am. And we may need to very carefully about how we use it and how it make us feel.
We need to
That's
be
all,
very
ma'am.
careful about how we. I think those are also some very good points you've made, Meena, that we need to be very careful about how we use it, how we feel about it, right? I think, you are trying to say that people post a lot of pictures, videos about how everything is going so well, but it may not really be, it may not show us the true picture of their lives.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
because of that, we may feel a little, lesser or less satisfied, or we may feel that our lives are not as interesting as they are. Yes, that's
Yes.
also a reaction that people have. It's one of the effects. I agree. Yes. Meena, just one word I want you to practice with me, please. Can you say people? People.
People.
Yes. Yes.
People.
People. Yes.
People.
Yeah. People. All right. Good.
And
Meena,
I say pupil.
So pupil becomes
People,
student.
ma'am.
Pupil. If you say pupil, then that means student. But what you're saying is people.
People. Yes.
Yeah, but
I will.
practice, Meena. Just practice the correct words. You still need to practice a little more, but you're doing pretty well. Most of your
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
you're welcome. Most of your tenses and all that were right, but certain words, certain pronunciations, I want you to focus on. Yes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Mehak says social media is a fake platform where we only show our bestest things. Okay, that's fine. Bestest, there's no word as bestest. All right, Mehak, you could just say we show our best things, or we reveal the best things about us. Yeah, Gia, agree with your point. Yes, very nice. Okay, anyone else who wants to try sharing their thoughts on this question, or should we move on? I don't see anyone unmuting here. Okay, Aniket says social media is a very good platform to increase your knowledge, especially for students. So instead of saying in students, you could say especially for students. Okay, with that, on that note, let's move to the next question. Now, this is a slightly philosophical question, all right? Do you think luck is a big part of life? Is luck a big part of life? Does it play a major role in life? What do you think? Is luck a big part of life? So if this is your turn to be a philosopher, okay, this is your turn to share your thoughts about life. What do you think? Does luck play an important role in our lives?
No, ma'am, I don't think so.
Who's this? Praveen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And anything that you can tell us to support why you're saying it's not important, it's not a big part?
Because I think, ma'am, if we will do hard work, we will achieve something. If we are not able to achieve something in one time, we can do hard work another time, and we can achieve anything with hard work, dedication, and dedication towards our goals. Luck, the luck takes place. The role in the luck takes place role in that person's life who doesn't do hard works, and only blame other people that because of them I can't achieve anything, because of them I couldn't achieve anything, and they blame on others, and they blame on luck that I am not a lucky person. If I was a lucky person, I could do that.
Okay, all right, Praveen. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
I would also agree with you there. Yes. I just want to quickly share some feedback. Blame on others. Instead of saying blame on, you just say blame others. Okay. So with the word blame, we don't use any preposition like on. Yeah. You can just say that we blame others. We blame it on luck. You can change it like that. We blame it on luck. We blame others. We blame this one, that one. I blamed him. He blamed me. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Good start, Praveen. Thank you. Who else wants to respond? You're welcome.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, according to me, luck is nothing. Luck is only a thing luck is only excuse. When we can't do anything, we are started uh, saying like that. We are started excusing like, I have a bad luck and I can't do this. I am also suffering from this. I don't have a good luck. But it's nothing, according to me. If we work hard and again trying for something, then we will always and we will definitely got that. If we want something, we achieve that. But if we not work hard and still just wait for good luck, then we will never find that happiness for achievement. We will never find that achievement.
Very nice. Very nice. This is Mehak, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mehak, nice to hear you responding. And I think that was quite well spoken as well about what your thoughts are regarding luck. I agree. And I think most of us here will be agreeing with what you have to say and with what everyone else has also said. So on that note, that was very good. In terms of the language that you were using, I think you're speaking quite well. Just a few things that we can refine. So instead of saying excusing, you can say making excuses, right? You can say that we start making excuses. Okay, that's what you could say. And instead of got that, you'll have to say get that, right? Present tense. We don't get it, or we don't get that. We not work, Mehak. How will you correct this sentence? If we not work. How will you say this correctly? Can someone help Mehak? Yes, we not work, right? We work. To make it negative, how will you make it negative, Mehak? We
work.
We don't work.
Don't work.
Yeah, so do not, right? We do not work. We do not work becomes if we don't work. Okay. So instead of excusing, you say making excuses, bahane banana, right? Then
Yes,
instead of got that, we'll say that we will never get it. We'll never get that. Present tense, get that. And if we don't work.
ma'am, my English is so bad, ma'am. I can't say anything in English. It's so bad.
No, Mehak, actually, I would disagree with you because you actually spoke pretty well. And in fact, what you're saying right now is also grammatically correct. So I don't think you should believe that at all. Whatever you said was pretty good. I would say 80% of it was good. A few things here and there is what all of us are learning. So I want you to stay motivated and just keep practicing. Attend classes, join our speaking classes, use the app, yes, and practice with people. And Mehak, absolutely, I think anyone else also here on the Zoom call and in the chat box will agree that your English is not very bad. Okay, all of us are learning, and I really like the way you spoke. So don't think about yourself like that. Absolutely not. Yes, Mehak?
Speaking well,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Speaking really well.
See, the others also saying, come on, guys, you guys are on the Hello English app and you're attending classes, you all will all do well. Just stay focused and keep practicing. Okay,
Thank
so
you, ma'am.
you're welcome, Mehek. On that very positive note, I think I'll end the class today. But I had a good time, and I saw that many of you were responding quite often. Some of you were listening, you all were listeners today, but I want the listeners to also be speakers. Yes? So maybe the next class, I'd like to see more responses from the others. Many of you were also responding on the chat box, via the chat box, so that's good. Just keep practicing, guys. I'll see you in the next class. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. We may continue this speaking class, or we may come up with a new topic, but we'll try to do these kind of, discussion-based classes at least once or twice a week, so that all of us practice our speaking. Give me a virtual thumbs up if you think we should do this. We should have these kind of sessions where, we are speaking more and we are practicing what we are learning. All right. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 10. Till then, stay safe, take care, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
You're welcome.